Hey, could you kindly tell me the time? What is the time by your watch? Hey, it's 25 to 12. Sounds interesting. What did he just say? 25 to 12. If you have understood, well done, very good. If you have not, we are going to look at a lesson today that is based on clocks. Come to English Learning Stop. Today we are going to learn about time. How we tell time, okay? So I have two clocks over here on my board. The circle is not a perfect circle, so please don't go to my illustrations, don't look at them. But I think you have made it out. This is, of course, it's a digital clock which tells you the time like this. Whereas this is known as an analog clock. Okay, so we are going to focus over here about this small needle and the big needle. Now see, this small needle is known as the hour needle, okay? Whereas the big one points to minute needle. Now how do we read time? See, right now the small one is pointing towards 8, whereas the big one points towards 12. So 12 means that the whole clock, when it is over, the time is over, that means 60 minutes have passed. It as 8 o'clock, okay? 00, you don't say it as 60, but you regard it as o'clock. So whenever you see the time, like for example, if the needle is pointing towards 6, a small needle, and a big towards 12, you're going to say it as 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Okay, whereas this needle is the minute needle. That means the second over here, the seconds you have got, you already have 5 over here, 5 here, and the whole clock completes its 60 minutes. So we have 5 minutes between 12 to 1, 1 to 2, and onwards, so on. I hope this is clear. Now see, if o'clock turns 1 minute up and the needle is on 8, so we will say that as 8:01. Okay, I hope you understand. If you have digits like this on your left is the hour hand, and this on the right is regarded as the minute. So you are going to read it as 8:01. okay, if someone asks you what is the time, you are going to say it's 8:01. That means 1 minute has passed, 8:01. okay, similarly we'll go on till 9, right? A02, A03, A04, 805, 808, and like this till 809. Then it will be 810, right? So this is something very, very simple. In general, if someone asks you the time, you can tell them as this. It's 8:15, 8:20, 8:25, 8:30. But to use it in more difficult terms, or people in the native use the different method, that is, they say it in a second way of saying. They are using it in other terms. Like they could say it's 8 right now. Instead of saying 8:01, 8 o'clock, they will say it's just 8. It's 8. Okay, it's 8. The native speakers usually do this. They say it as it's 8. Okay, or if the minute hand was over here pointing towards 1 and the hour hand was on 8, they will regard this as 5 past 8. Okay, if it's 8:05, they will read it as 5 past 8. Okay, if it was 8:10, they will read it as 10 past 8. Remember, when you are reading this in this term, you are going to say your minute first over here, and then afterwards, after past, you are going to say your hour. Okay, so it's 10 past 8. Similarly, if you have skipped this, I'll tell you about this one later on, 8:15. Okay, we'll move to 8:20. They will say this as 20 comes first, right? This is 20 minutes. So 20 past 8. I hope this is clear. So if you are in your right hand, that means, I'll point this, if you are over here on your right, you are going to use the term past with 1, 2, 4 and 5. For 3 I'll tell you later on. Okay, but if you move towards your left, you are going to use the term 2. Now we'll see in a while how do we use the term 2. Okay, so this is clear. If it was minute hand was pointing towards 1, you would say it as 5, since it's 5 minutes, 5 past 8. If it was on 2, you would say it as 10 past 8. Okay, that means 10 minutes have passed after 8. Okay, if it was on 20, you would say it as reading as 20 minutes past 8 or 20 past 8. Okay, so this is a method that you can use while if someone speaks to you, if someone asks you the time, you could say them as 20 past 8, 20 minutes have passed. Okay, or if it was 25, then you're going to say 25 past 8, that means 25 minutes have passed after 8. Okay, I hope this term is clear on the right. Okay, the arrows I made over here, they are going to show you, they are showing you that it's clockwise. The clock is moving like this and it is known as clockwise. If the arrows were pointing like this, they were going back. They were turning their faces like this. This would be known as anti-clockwise. So I hope the difference is known. Okay, let's move on to the left part of it. Okay, we have covered the right part, let's move on to the left. If it was 8:35, in simple terms you can say it's 8:35, but when you are going to use it in different terms, in a different way, in how native speakers use this, so you are going to say 25 to 9. Okay, you are going to say 25 to 9. That means 5, count from here, it's pointing to 8:35, that means your minute hand is over here. I'll write it over here and this will go in between. Okay, since it 8:35, let me rub out this part. Okay, now it's more clear to you. See how many minutes are left from here. See this, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 minutes are left to 9. So how am I going to read this as? 25 to 9. 25 to 9. Like I told you earlier, we are going to use 2 to our left part, left side. 2 on our left side, and for your right you are going to use past, right? Similarly, if it was 8:40, I'll give you a moment to think about it. How are you going to read it out? Okay, I hope you got it. What was your answer? It was 20 minutes to 9 or 20 to 9, right? 20 to 9, that means 20 minutes are left for 9 o'clock. Okay, similarly, I'm not going to use this 9 over here, I'll tell you later on. What is it? For 10 and 11, if it was 8:50, what you are going to say it as? 10 to 9, right? 10 to 9. That means the person is trying to tell you that 10 minutes are left in 9. It's going to be 9 o'clock after 10 minutes. I hope this is clear. Similarly, if it was 8:55, you would be saying 5 to 9. Sorry, I'm using numericals over here. It should be in words. But to make it clear, I'm writing it over here since I don't have a space over here. It's all congested. I'm so sorry for that. Anyway, let's move on to 3, 6 and 9. Okay, I already mentioned about 12. That is, it is o'clock. You don't use the term 60 over there. Now coming on this part, if your minute hand was here, right, and it was the hour and hand was over here on 8, so how are you going to use it? The past will remain there. You are going to say it's 8:15. Okay, if it's 8:15, you're going to say it as 8:15. Okay, now if it was pointing towards 6, that means half of the part the clock has already completed, right? So how are you going to read 8:30 as? You'll say it as 8:30. Okay, now if it was 8:45, how are you going to read it as? You're going to read it as 8:45. That means 15 minutes are left in 9. See, past and to, that remains the same for these. Since it was in your left side, on your left side you're going to use the term to. This was on your right side, that is why you're going to use past over here. I hope this is clear to you. If you have any queries, any questions to ask, please leave them in the comment section below. Thanks a lot once again. See you.